Swiatek denies the media. Of course I'm going to play Wimbledon. Strong words from the Pole, who denied the rumors about a possible extended break and was very surprised by the information coming from her country. Iga Swiatek arrives at the WTA Roma 2025 with a lot to prove. Completely focused on forgetting the setback in Madrid, including a surprising defeat against Gauff, the Pole has had to deal with many off-court aspects in recent weeks. News coming from Poland about the passing of her grandfather and an emerging possibility of not playing Wimbledon and taking a complete break until the US Open. Are these words true? To what extent does Iga trust her current process? Nobody better than her to clarify all doubts and give us a glimpse into her current mental approach in a press conference. Total consistency, reaching quarterfinals in all Grand Slam tournaments, but without titles. Yes, I am satisfied with the consistency. It is something I have always wanted. There is no tournament where I feel unprepared. Of course, there have been several where I lost in quarterfinals or semifinals, but I feel those are still good results. Maybe I am tough on myself. Later, when I can reflect and have time to view this first part of the year from a different perspective, I will be proud of my consistency. I feel that I am still as consistent as I was in past years. Of course, on the other hand, I also want to win tournaments. That is the goal. How has our preparation for the clay court season changed in recent years? The reality is that each season the change is different. In tennis, it can happen that for a month you don't feel good with your forehand, another month you don't feel good with your backhand. You can't plan the process to be a certain way. Sometimes you have to go with how you feel. In 2023, I remember having a lot of anxiety in the first part of the year. In 2024, I felt like I was only thinking about the Olympics, that I played the previous tournaments. Yes, but the Olympics were on my mind all the time. This year, I feel like I am struggling a bit more with my perfectionism. I want to focus on being disciplined on the court and making the right decisions, being very solid. I believe I can do it, and it is my main goal right now. Explanation of her defeat against Coco Gauff in Madrid. I think what happened in that match was a combination. I had played 3-set matches before. I didn't have the right rest after Stuttgart. During the Madrid tournament, I felt like I only had one day of rest without having to travel or have other obligations. After Madrid, I was able to reset better. The match against Coco was not good. I had trouble focusing, I didn't move well, everything just clicked at some point, and that's why the result was like that. It was a bad day. You cannot judge everything based on that. I continue with the work I am doing. I trust the process. 6 months with Wim Fissette. How has he contributed to improving her tennis? We have worked on technical aspects of my serve and my forehand. I know I have not always been able to implement them in matches. It's tennis. I don't have 3 free months to change technical aspects and have your body remember them later. It would be much easier. My preseason was short, and I am updating between tournaments to improve those technical aspects. Some things have improved because of Wim, like my serve, for instance. Sometimes I have changed my way of playing when I shouldn't have, and that is completely my fault. Sometimes I make wrong decisions because I want to play faster or end points more quickly instead of being solid and building them. Everything is very connected, but I am happy with the work I am doing with Wim. We continue. I also try to be more disciplined and make better decisions on the court. About the reports from Poland suggesting she might take a long break after the clay court season and not return until the US Open, skipping Wimbledon. Who said that? You shouldn't believe something like that. In recent days, I've seen millions of comments that are not true. I don't understand it. There are so many theories right now, especially in Poland, and none of them are accurate. I don't know, sometimes you like to create articles that attract people. I understand, it's part of the job, but of course I am not going to skip Wimbledon. I want to learn to play better on grass. Each year is a new opportunity for that. I will play Wimbledon, of course, as long as I am not injured. About her words on perfectionism and how she must find the balance in the demands she imposes on herself. I have a love-hate relationship with my perfectionism. When I come to the clay court tournaments, I reflect on how I see my game and how I saw it in past seasons. The thing is, I only remember the good from other years because I was winning titles. My mind only recalls the good. Sometimes, when I'm on the court, I feel like hitting a high forehand on one side, a great backhand on the other. I make decisions that are not good at that moment just because I remember how I felt in this tournament in previous years. I assume they will be good, and that's where I make mistakes. It's not the same, so it confuses me. That's why I mentioned that every tournament and every year is different. There is no reason for me to compare because also I am at a different stage in my life. That's why I am happy to have my team around me to help me with all of this. Without them, it wouldn't be so easy. Despite everything, I feel that I am achieving good results. I am very close to taking one step further. I need to keep pushing and not let my thoughts dominate me in this way.